Look who's here now. Jim Jordan. Talk of stars. Here's another star. Jim Jordan, Republican, Ohio, joins us now. Let's get serious. Are we going to get hearings in Congress to find out what on earth went on and who's to blame? Are we going to get those hearings?
Well, I hope so, but I doubt it. I mean, the Democrats are in charge, so I do think we're going to take back the majority, and when we do, in a year and a half, we can have hearings. But I doubt the Democrats do it. But if we were going to have hearings, it's obvious you should come. I mean, the same people who made all these decisions that led to this debacle in Afghanistan are the same ones who were running foreign policy steward back in the Obama-Biden administration that gave us the Libya-Benghazi situation. So it's Blinken, it's Burns, it's Sherman, it's Sullivan, it's Rice. Those people need to come. And frankly, I think we need to bring Adam Schiff in, too. I mean, what was the Intel Committee? What kind of information did he get prior to this ordeal that we watched unfold over the last several weeks? So those are the kind of people who should be brought in, but I doubt if the Democrats will do it.
Yeah, but those are the key people who perhaps should be subject to resignation, but they probably won't be, which means we've got this team in place for another 3.5 years. And I don't think a lot of Americans have a great deal of confidence in this team. I think we're stuck with them. What say you?
Well, of course they don't have confidence. I mean, yesterday, the President of the United States said that this was an extraordinary success. I mean, 13 service members were killed. You have hundreds of Americans stranded and left behind. You have thousands of our allies left behind, including a guy who helped President Biden 13 years ago, this guy named Mohammed. And then you have billions of dollars of equipment and weapons left there as well. And what did Jake Sullivan say yesterday? They're thinking about paying the Taliban. And they call that success. So of course, Americans have no confidence in this foreign policy team. But frankly, I don't think they have any confidence in President Biden, because tell me one thing he has done, this administration has done. Tell me one thing they have done that's been successful in the 8 months that they've been running the government. Not one. The border, inflation, crime, you name it, everything has been bad. So while this is embarrassing, this is frightening, what happened in Afghanistan isn't frankly surprising based on what we've seen from this administration.
When the president finished his appearance yesterday, he turned his back on the audience and simply walked out. It looked like he was trying to turn his back on the whole subject. I don't think he can, because I think we've got thousands upon thousands of people in Afghanistan, and Kabul especially, who are now hostages. And as you say, we're in the process of buying them out. We're going to be played with for months to come.
Yeah, he can't turn his back on this situation. The American people aren't going to let him. He can't turn his back on the debacle on our southern border, where month after month we've seen record illegal crossings all the way to last month or month of July, 212,000 illegal crossings. He can't turn his back on that. He can't turn his back on inflation. He can't turn his back on the fact that crime is up in every major urban area. So again, he can't turn his back on all the bad policies and bad decisions that they have made. As I said, I think the American people are going to hold him accountable. Unfortunately, we can't hold him accountable until 14 months from now, when we have the midterm elections. But I think it's going to happen, and you're going to see Republicans back in charge of the House of Representatives and hopefully the Senate as well.
Unfortunately, you could say that the news cycle moves real fast and people's memories fade. And if by the early part of next year they're being presented with free money, free stuff by this Democrat administration, that may turn a few minds. That may change the equation in 2022. What do you say?
Well, but it's not going to change inflation. We know the purchasing power of the dollar is down. Real wages, aren't where they were under President Trump, who had this roaring economy going. We know that the situation, as I said, on our border, Stuart, I mean, remember, March was the highest month on record for illegal crossings until April. And then April was the highest month until May. And then May was the highest month until June. June was the highest month until July, where 212,000, as I said, illegal crossings took place. My guess is August continued that terrible trend. So that shows you that we're not going to forget that. And I don't think Americans are going to forget that this president left American citizens in Afghanistan, left Americans behind. I don't think the American people forget that, because this great country, the greatest nation ever, is never supposed to do that. But that's exactly what the commander-in-chief did.
Yeah, you got it. Thanks very much for joining us, Jim. Always a pleasure. You better come back soon. We need you. Thanks very much, sir.